Hello and welcome to another episode of Soul with the Love, where we explore that love is safe, and if it's not safe, it's not love. And today we have beautiful Andrea's story. I think you're going to really enjoy this episode. Andrea is like, a lot of women out there, driven, beautiful, but as a result, not being able to, have a good guy. There seems to be a dynamic with that. That's something I've seen so many times. Women come to see me and they feel powerful, they feel driven, but then they don't trust that they can have love, and it creates patterns. And the cool thing is Andrea has been working with me for 2-3 years. Mm-hmm. And she's even become certified in my method, the heart freedom method. So she's walking her talk. And the reason I invited her is because I've seen her grow through, the typical stories that happen. And now, you're with your perfect guy. It's perfect for you, and he actually comes, mm-hmm. and both of you work together. And it's so beautiful when you can have two conscious people together. So Andrea, tell us a little bit about what was going on when you first started to come and work with me.
Definitely. Yeah, so I had different boyfriends since I was about 17. I had boyfriends when I was in elementary school, middle school, but it wasn't a good time. I was having really intense experiences.
Like many teenagers, this is why when you're a teenager, and it's the first time often we have real this puppy love, where we think we're gonna marry this person, but we are so insecure usually in that age. If you saw the number of people come to see me, and we end up back at 17. Mm-hmm. 17 is an age where a lot of stories get created around love that make us feel that love is not safe, because we confuse infatuation, and it's you had one of those guys.
I did, yeah.
So what happens when we have one of these guys?
You give everything to them and you think that you're going to get it back, and when you don't, it's heartbreaking. And then you put up your walls and you become scared, and then when you become scared and you're operating from fear, the men that you attract are also operating from fear, and it's just this push and pull dynamic.
Full of insecurities, and then when you're insecure, often they want to get reinforcement from the outside. So you have one of these guys that would go and look around to make him feel good about himself, and it hurts. And so this is what happens. We start on this journey, and now we start to feel like love is dangerous, mm-hmm. when in fact it was not love yet. So tell us a bit more about what happened
with that specific boyfriend.
Well,
that's definitely where it started.
How did you manage to let him go?
It got so intense. I reached a saturation point. He was hanging out with other girls, and I was I was crying all the time. I was trying to convince him how he should be treating me. I didn't understand why this was happening to me. I was internalizing it. What's wrong with me? Why can't I have someone who wants to give me as much as I'm giving to this relationship? And
what's wrong with me?
Yeah. Uh-huh. What's wrong with me? Why? What did I do wrong? How can I fix this? And he actually broke up with me.
Really?
Yeah, he broke up with me after all that.
Thank goodness.
Thank God, yeah. And I remember that day, I was in driver's ed. And I was like, how am I going to get through driver's ed? Because this boy just broke my heart, and it was very painful. Yeah.
So how were you feeling it back then? What was it feeling like in your body? What was it like to be around him? What was the energy that you had? Because I really want to show what we feel is love is actually something so intense, so passionate. Tell me, what was it like? Obviously, you had a hard time letting it go.
Oh yeah.
Even though he was not treating you well, and that's often what happens when you're in a relationship with the wrong person. But now, because we think, what's wrong with me for this to be happening? We think, if this person can't love me,
Yeah.
I gotta hold on to him because otherwise, or her, like I'm never gonna have true love. So
Yeah.
what was it like emotionally? What were you feeling with him?
Emotionally, it was very intense. You could feel the contraction in your body day to day, even waiting for the texts or sending a text or a call that doesn't get answered. It's just like so uncomfortable in the body, and comparing it to how I operate now, which feels open and clear, it's just unhealthy. It feels overwhelming. It feels scary. And you feel out of control. So it felt like the energy was mostly collected like in my chest, like a big black ball
Big
of
black
energy.
ball.
Yeah. Day to day, yeah.
Maybe you can relate to that. So what did you end up doing right after him?
Trying to find another man. And that went on for however many years. And then even when I found another boyfriend who was just as intense, I would still go back to the first one that I was obsessed with and infatuated with. So, you know, and I was ignoring all the other areas of my life because I was so, like, I needed their validation. So
that's exactly the challenge we all face. I spoke about this before, but I'm going to say it again. It's like, from working with thousands of people one-on-one, what I discovered is that there are two stages to human development. The first stage I call the unconscious, sleep, infantile stage. The second one is the conscious, awakened, mature stage. The difference between stage 1 and stage 2 is in stage 1, we need to manipulate the outside world to make us feel worthy. And guess what? It doesn't work because people are busy with their own life, their own drama, their own insecurity. And so now we create more anxiety, more stories that something is wrong with me because I cannot get these people to tell me how great I am.
Yeah.
And it's so scary. It becomes an addiction because literally, subconscious, it's almost a matter of life and death. Like, unless I can make people really see how amazing I am, I'm going to die because they're going to abandon me, which is the reality of the little baby. That's why I call that the asleep infantile stage. But when we come from stage 2, which is wisdom, now we come from listening to our own heart and becoming our best friend, and then finding a best friend. When you're in stage 1, you're trying to convince the person you're with that they should stay with you because otherwise, like, I'm going to die. And this is one of the reasons I created this Love is Safe starter kit. Like, I put it down, it's easy. It would take you overall like an hour to do the whole thing, but then there's a journal, like a 30-day challenge you can do that will actually help you become your best friend, because you're going to be safe when you can rely on yourself to be there for you. And that when the going gets tough, instead of beating yourself up, you actually go, all right, like, I'm worthy of love. Since I'm worthy of love, how am I going to use what's happening? So my idea with the Love is Safe starter kit is to start, calming down your nervous system so you can actually reconnect with your heart. So if you're interested, just look in the show notes. You can have access to it. So did you become aware of patterns? Like, what was your pattern? Were you aware back then? Did you see something and were you able to get out of it back then, or it took a while? Like, what was it like?
Yeah, definitely. I did notice patterns. I used to ask other people if they heard sentences running through their head. Because I said, I always hear this sentence that I'm not good enough. So what is that? And why do I hear it all the time? And then I did start to notice patterns in the men that I was dating. One man would remind me of the previous man, and then I'd meet another guy and he felt exactly the same, and they all had different names, but it's like they were in different bodies.
This is what happens. We start dating someone, and at first, they're totally different.
Yeah.
Then 3 months later, you go, man, I'm back exactly at the same place.
Yeah.
So even though we are aware consciously, we're still stuck. That's what you were like?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So, did you have actually some good guys showing up? Or did you just keep attracting like not so nice people?
That's a good question. I actually got attention from men who probably would have been a safe choice,
But you were
but
not
I was
attracted.
not interested in them, and I would kind of judge them and be like, why are they treating me so nice? Like, they must want something from me. But they actually did see me for who I was, but I wasn't able to see myself.
Yeah, because
so,
you had that tape going in
Yeah.
your
yeah,
So,
yeah.
did you have an idea of what needed to change about yourself back then? Like, what did you think? Because you were not awake yet. So, what was the thing? What was your solution? Like, what did it, like, if you were prettier, if you wore sexier clothes, like,
Yes.
what was the thing you thought you had to change?
Yeah, definitely it was related to appearance. I thought that if I could just figure out how to do my hair properly, if I could make more money so I could buy nicer clothes and be like the other girls, that then I would have the good man. But I tried that and it didn't
It
work
doesn't
either.
work.
So then I was really in the gutter.
So that's one of the reasons also I'm excited to have Andrea, because look how beautiful she is. It has nothing to do with beauty. It has nothing to do with, it's the stories we create in our subconscious mind that's so afraid after a while that won't let you have what you want. That's why really give yourself the favor. Get the Love is Safe starter kit. It's $7. It's not it's a latte. It costs nothing.
Yeah.
But when you do it, you're going to start changing your life. Like I can guarantee you. Is there anything else you would like to say before we end up this episode?
If you feel in your heart that this resonates with you, just start now. Because if you don't start now, you'll either start in a year from now or in 10, 15 years from now. And you just have to start, and then it gets better and it gets easier, and it's better than you could possibly imagine.
So in our next episode, we'll start, sharing with you what's happened when you start doing your work. So thank you again for being here for the Soul with Love podcast. And if you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and share it with other people that you know could benefit for it. So remember that love is safe, and if it's not safe, it's not love. Bye for now.
Bye.